Tesla's reign over the electric vehicle world might just be over. Why? Because Toyota has just dropped a bombshell, a revolutionary EV priced at just $13,000. That's right, $13,000 for a fully electric car with features that could rival Tesla's Model Y. But is this really a Tesla killer? Or is there more to the story? Let's break it down. Toyota isn't just entering the EV race, they're flipping the table. So buckle up, because this video will tell you everything you need to know about this game-changing EV, and what it means for Tesla, the auto industry, and yes, even you. Alright, let's set the stage. Tesla has been the undisputed leader in EV innovation for years. Model Y is their best-selling EV, a symbol of luxury, performance, and cutting-edge tech. But it's not cheap. Prices started around $50,000, making it out of reach for many people. Here's where Toyota steps in. By introducing a $13,000 EV, they're addressing the biggest obstacle to EV adoption, affordability. And Toyota isn't just any car maker. They're one of the most trusted names in the industry, with decades of experience in mass production and innovation. But here's a question for you. Would you switch to an EV if it costs less than the latest iPhone? Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about the star of the show, Toyota's $13,000 EV. This isn't just a stripped-down electric car. It's packed with features that make it practical, eco-friendly, and future-ready. Range. First up, the range. With 250 miles on a single charge, this EV is perfect for daily commutes and weekend trips. Sure, it's not the 330 miles you'd get with a Tesla Model Y, but remember, it's a fraction of the price. Charging speed. Here's where it gets exciting. Toyota's new solid-state battery technology allows for 80% charging in just 20 minutes. Imagine grabbing a coffee while your car charges almost fully. That's next-level convenience. Design. And check this out. The car comes with built-in solar panels for added efficiency. Plus, the interior focuses on comfort and usability, with a touchscreen display and sustainable materials. So what do you think? Does this sound like the perfect EV for your lifestyle? Or are you waiting for even more range and features? Alright, it's time for the showdown. Let's put Toyota's new EV head-to-head with Tesla's Model Y. Price. Tesla Model Y, around $50,000. Toyota's EV, a jaw-dropping $13,000. That's not even close. Range. Tesla wins here with 330 miles versus Toyota's 250 miles. But think about it. How often do you drive more than 250 miles in a day? Tech features. Tesla has autopilot and an extensive charging network, but Toyota's focus on affordability and rapid charging could win over a different audience. Brand reputation. Tesla is seen as the innovator, but Toyota is trusted for reliability and durability. Which one matters more to you? So let me ask you, would you trade Tesla's premium features for Toyota's unbeatable price? Or do you think Tesla still holds the upper hand? Share your take in the comments. Here's why Toyota might actually pull this off. Tesla has been known for its innovation, but Toyota has something Tesla doesn't. Scale. With factories in almost every corner of the globe, Toyota can mass-produce EVs at a cost Tesla can only dream of. And let's not forget, they've been pioneers before. Toyota revolutionized the hybrid market with the Prius. Now they're poised to do the same for EVs. This isn't just a car, it's a statement. EVs should be affordable for everyone, not just the elite. What do you think? Is Toyota's strategy brilliant, or will Tesla's innovation keep them ahead? Of course, Tesla isn't going down without a fight. Elon Musk has hinted at a $25,000 Tesla, but even that's nearly double the price of Toyota's EV. Can Tesla really compete in this new affordability war without losing its premium edge? And let's not forget Tesla's Ace card, its charging network. It's still the best in the world. But with Toyota's rapid charging technology and plans to expand charging stations, could that gap close sooner than we think? This isn't just about two car companies duking it out. It's about the future of transportation. Toyota's $13,000 EV could make electric cars accessible to millions of people worldwide. Think about the impact on the environment, urban air quality, and even your wallet. So what would convince you to make the switch to an EV? Is it the price, the range, or something else? Let's start a conversation in the comments. Toyota's $13,000 EV has the potential to revolutionize the industry. But is it really a Tesla killer? Only time will tell. What's certain is this: competition is heating up, and that's good news for all of us. Now let's get real for a second. As exciting as Toyota's $13,000 EV sounds, there are some legitimate questions to consider. First, at such a low price, what's the catch? Will Toyota cut corners on safety, durability, or features? Toyota has built a reputation for reliability over decades, but can they maintain that standard while keeping the cost so low? And then there's the question of availability. Will this EV be globally accessible or limited to specific markets like Japan or China? Imagine the disappointment if this car never reaches the US or Europe. Here's where you come in. What concerns do you have about a $13,000 EV? Is there anything that would make you think twice before buying one? Let me know in the comments so we can hash this out together. Toyota's announcement isn't just about one car, it's about a larger trend. The EV revolution is no longer just for the wealthy or tech-savvy. Affordable electric cars like this one could democratize clean transportation, reducing global emissions and paving the way for a greener future. But affordability isn't just about the sticker price. Maintenance, charging costs, and battery longevity also matter. Toyota claims its new solid-state batteries are more durable and cost-effective than traditional lithium-ion batteries. If that's true, this car could save you thousands over its lifetime. But here's a fun question. If EVs become this affordable, would you consider trading in your gas car sooner than planned? How soon do you think we'll see EVs dominate the roads where you live? One thing we haven't touched on yet is Toyota's secret weapon, its ability to scale production like no other. While Tesla has been building gigafactories, Toyota has decades of experience in producing millions of vehicles efficiently and cost-effectively every year. Tesla has struggled with production delays in the past. Remember the Model 3 production hell? Toyota, on the other hand, could crank out these $13,000 EVs on a scale that Tesla might not match for years. So, if Toyota can flood the market with these EVs before Tesla launches its rumored $25,000 car, could it permanently change the competitive landscape? What's your take on this David versus Goliath battle? Now let's talk about the Tesla faithful. Tesla has built a cult-like following, and for good reason. Their cars are innovative, stylish, and packed with cutting-edge tech. But here's the thing, not everyone needs a luxury EV. Toyota's $13,000 EV isn't targeting Tesla's core audience. It's targeting the millions of people who've been sitting on the sidelines, waiting for an affordable way to go electric. And let's face it, if Toyota delivers on its promise, this could make Tesla's premium pricing strategy look outdated. Tesla fans, don't worry, I'm not saying your favorite brand is going anywhere, but I'd love to hear from you. What do you think Tesla needs to do to stay ahead in the EV game? More budget options? Better features? Let's discuss. The truth is, Toyota's $13,000 EV is about more than just competition. It's about accessibility. For the first time, we're seeing a car that could make EV ownership a reality for millions, if not billions of people worldwide. This could change everything, from urban air quality to energy independence. Imagine a world where EVs dominate the roads, where renewable energy powers your commute, and where driving electric isn't just the eco-friendly choice, it's the obvious one. But it all comes back to you. Are you ready to embrace this future? What do you need to make the switch to an EV? And do you think Toyota's new car will be the catalyst that sparks this transformation? Let's talk about one of the key innovations driving Toyota's new EV, solid-state batteries. These aren't just a buzzword, they're a game changer. Traditional lithium-ion batteries are great, but they've got limitations. They're heavy, slow to charge, and prone to wear over time. Solid-state batteries replace the liquid electrolyte with a solid one, which means faster charging times. Imagine going from empty to 80% in just 20 minutes. Higher energy density so you can squeeze more range out of a smaller battery. Longer lifespan. No more worrying about battery degradation after a few years. Toyota has been working on this technology for over a decade, and it seems like they've finally cracked the code. But here's the big question. Do you think this breakthrough will give Toyota a lasting edge, or will competitors like Tesla catch up quickly? Let me know what you think. Now let's zoom out for a moment and look at the global picture. A $13,000 EV isn't just a car. It's a key to unlocking electric mobility for millions of people who've been priced out of the market. In places like Africa, Southeast Asia, and parts of South America, EVs have struggled to gain traction due to high costs and limited infrastructure. But Toyota's approach could change that. Affordable EVs mean more people can transition to clean energy, and that's a win for everyone. But here's a thought. What about the charging network? Even if Toyota's EV is affordable, will countries with limited infrastructure be ready to support mass EV adoption? Should automakers be investing in charging stations alongside their vehicles? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Toyota isn't the only one eyeing the affordable EV market. Other automakers are jumping into the fray too. Volkswagen has announced plans for a $20,000 EV, and companies like Hyundai and Kia are also working on budget-friendly models. The next few years are going to be a battleground for affordable EVs. So what sets Toyota apart? Their proven track record of reliability and their ability to deliver cars at scale. But do you think that's enough? Or will another automaker swoop in and steal the spotlight? I'm curious. What's your dream budget EV? What features would it absolutely need to have? One of Toyota's smartest moves is its focus on emerging markets. While Tesla dominates in the US and Europe, Toyota has a strong presence in Asia, Africa, and South America. By launching a $13,000 EV, they're targeting markets where affordability is king. Think about countries where compact, fuel-efficient cars dominate the roads. A low-cost EV could easily replace these vehicles, especially with rising fuel prices and stricter emissions regulations. But what about infrastructure? Many of these regions lack widespread charging networks. Do you think Toyota's strategy will pay off in the long run, or is this a risky gamble? I want to hear your take. When Toyota unveiled this EV, the internet exploded. Tesla fans had mixed reactions. Some were skeptical, questioning whether Toyota could really deliver on its promises. Others were excited, seeing this as a sign that the EV revolution is accelerating. Here's one comment that caught my eye. Competition is good for everyone. If Toyota can deliver an affordable EV, it'll push Tesla to innovate even faster. What do you think? Is this the healthy competition the EV industry needs, or is Tesla too far ahead to worry? The big takeaway here is this. Toyota's $13,000 EV might just be the first domino to fall. If they succeed, it could force other automakers to rethink their strategies and prioritize affordability over luxury. And that's a win for consumers. Imagine a world where EVs dominate the roads, where air pollution is a thing of the past, and where going electric isn't just an option, it's the norm. This isn't science fiction, it's the future we're building, one car at a time. But what does your vision of the future look like? What role do you think Toyota and this $13,000 EV will play in shaping it? Let's dream big together in the comments. We can't talk about Toyota's EV future without mentioning its past. Remember the Prius? It revolutionized the hybrid market and became a symbol of eco-friendly driving. But here's the thing, hybrids were Toyota's comfort zone for decades. The question is, can they bring the same level of innovation to the fully electric market? Hybrids gave Toyota a head start in green technology, but some critics argue they've been too slow to embrace full electrification. Do you think their $13,000 EV is their way of saying, we're back in the game? Or is it too little too late? And for all you Prius owners out there, would you trade in your hybrid for this new EV? Or do you think hybrids still have a place in the future of transportation? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk infrastructure. Because no matter how affordable Toyota's EV is, it's only as good as the charging network it relies on. Right now, Tesla dominates with its supercharger network, but Toyota is betting on a different strategy, working with governments and energy providers to expand public charging infrastructure. Here's a fun fact. In some regions, Toyota is even exploring solar-powered charging stations. Imagine pulling into a station powered entirely by the sun. That's not just eco-friendly, it's futuristic. So, here's a question for you. What's more important to you? Faster charging times, more charging stations, or renewable energy sources for those stations? Let's spark a debate in the comments. Affordable EVs like Toyota's $13,000 model could also signal the beginning of the end for gas-powered cars. Sure, gasoline still has its place in many parts of the world, but as EV prices drop and gas prices rise, it's hard to see how traditional cars can stay competitive. Remember when gas cars replaced horses? It didn't happen overnight, but it was inevitable. Could we be living through the same kind of transformation right now? What do you think? When will we hit the tipping point where gas cars become obsolete? 5 years? 10? Or do you think they'll stick around longer than we expect? Let me know your predictions. One of the coolest things about this $13,000 EV is its versatility. Toyota claims it's designed for both urban and rural environments. In the city, it's compact, efficient, and easy to park. On rural roads, its solid-state battery promises to handle long trips and uneven terrain without breaking a sweat. But let's be honest, rural areas still lag behind when it comes to charging infrastructure. So if you live outside the city, would you consider switching to an EV like this, or is it still too soon to make that leap? Let's hear your perspective. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room, Tesla's long-rumored $25,000 EV. Elon Musk has been teasing this model for years, and it's expected to compete in the budget-friendly segment. But here's the thing, Toyota's EV undercuts Tesla's price by a whopping $12,000. That's huge. Tesla might have the edge in software and autonomous driving, but Toyota's focus on affordability could win over a completely different audience. So, the question is, if you had to choose between these two cars, which one would you pick and why? Let's start a debate. Toyota's $13,000 EV isn't just about today, it's about the future. The auto industry is racing toward innovation, and every new EV pushes the boundaries of what's possible. But what happens next? Could we see EVs drop below $10,000 in the next decade? Could solid-state batteries evolve even further, making charging a thing of the past? It's fun to think about, but here's where you come in. What's your ultimate vision for the future of EVs? Do you see yourself owning a solar-powered car, a self-driving car, or something we haven't even imagined yet? Let your imagination run wild in the comments. Toyota's $13,000 EV is more than just a car. It's a statement. It's a reminder that innovation doesn't have to come with a luxury price tag, and that the future of transportation is for everyone, not just the few. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me on this journey. Your thoughts, questions, and ideas are what make this conversation so exciting. So don't stop now. Keep the conversation going in the comments, and let's keep dreaming big together. And let's not forget the role of government policies in shaping the EV market. From tax credits to subsidies, governments around the world are offering incentives to make EVs more accessible. But the real game changer? Policies that ban the sale of new gas-powered vehicles by 2035, or even sooner in some places. For example, Norway is aiming for all new cars sold to be zero-emission by 2035, while the EU has proposed a 2035 ban on combustion engines. These regulations could make Toyota's $13,000 EV even more appealing as people look for affordable options to comply with these rules. But here's a question for you. Do you think governments should do more to support EV adoption, like investing in infrastructure or offering bigger subsidies? Or do you think the market will figure it out on its own? Share your thoughts. One of the biggest selling points of EVs is their potential to reduce carbon emissions. Toyota's $13,000 EV isn't just about affordability, it's about accessibility. The more people who switch to EVs, the bigger the impact on our planet. According to some studies, widespread adoption of EVs could cut global transportation emissions by up to 50%. That's massive. But we also need to talk about the environmental cost of making these vehicles. Mining for battery materials like lithium and cobalt has its own environmental challenges. Toyota claims they're working on sustainable sourcing, but how much progress have they really made? What's your take on the balance between advancing EV technology and protecting the environment? Here's another interesting angle: the rise of the used EV market. With Toyota introducing a $13,000 EV, it's only a matter of time before these vehicles start showing up in second-hand markets, potentially dropping prices even further. Think about it. If a brand new EV costs $13,000 today, what might it cost as a used car in 5 years? Could we see EV prices dip below $5,000? That would make electric vehicles accessible to nearly everyone. So, would you consider buying a used EV? What features or guarantees would you need to feel comfortable making that choice? Let's talk about it in the comments. We can't ignore the role of artificial intelligence in shaping the EV experience. While Tesla has made headlines with its autopilot and full self-driving features, Toyota isn't far behind. Their new EV might not have the same level of autonomy, but Toyota is reportedly working on AI systems for safety, efficiency, and even predictive maintenance. Imagine a car that learns your driving habits, suggests the best routes to save battery, and even schedules its own maintenance appointments. This could be the future Toyota is building toward. So here's a thought. Do you value AI features in a car, or would you prefer a simpler, more affordable model without the bells and whistles? Let me know where you stand. Toyota's entry into the affordable EV market isn't just a win for consumers, it's a direct challenge to other automakers. Companies like Tesla, BYD, and Volkswagen now have to rethink their strategies to stay competitive. BYD is already dominating in China, Tesla leads in the US, and Volkswagen is making waves in Europe. But Toyota's global reach could disrupt all of that. They've proven time and time again that they know how to compete on a massive scale. So which automaker do you think will come out on top in this new era of affordable EVs? Is Toyota positioned to dominate, or does Tesla still have the upper hand? Let's hear your predictions. At the end of the day, this EV revolution isn't just about automakers. It's about us, the drivers, the consumers, the innovators. You have the power to shape this conversation by staying informed, supporting sustainable choices, and advocating for better infrastructure and policies. You're thinking about switching to an EV, now's the time to start researching. And if you're already an EV owner, share your tips and experiences in the comments to help others make the leap. Together, we're not just watching history unfold, we're making it happen. Let's talk about something money can't buy: trust. Toyota has built a reputation for reliability and longevity over decades. When you think of a Toyota, you think of a car that just works. That's a big deal when it comes to EVs, where many people still worry about battery lifespan and maintenance costs. In surveys, Toyota consistently ranks as one of the most trusted car brands in the world, and now they're bringing that reputation to the EV space. Imagine owning an electric car with the same dependability as a Corolla or Camry. That's a game changer. So here's my question for you. Does brand reputation influence your decision when buying a car? Would you trust a Toyota EV more than one from a newer company, like Rivian or even Tesla? Let me know in the comments. One of the biggest questions for any EV owner is, where am I going to charge it? With Toyota's affordable EV, this question becomes even more important because it targets first-time EV buyers who may not already have charging infrastructure at home. Home charging is usually the cheapest and most convenient option, but what if you don't have a driveway or garage? Toyota's strategy seems to rely heavily on expanding public charging networks. But is that enough? So, if you were to buy an EV tomorrow, what would be your preferred charging setup? Do you think public charging stations are reliable enough, or would you invest in a home charger? Share your thoughts below. Here's an angle we don't talk about enough: affordable EVs in developing countries. Toyota's $13,000 price point makes it one of the most accessible EVs on the market, and that could open up opportunities in regions where cars are often seen as a luxury. In places where gas prices are high and public transportation is limited, an affordable low manual EV could be a game changer. Plus, with solar charging becoming more viable, these cars could thrive even in areas with limited grid infrastructure. But there's a challenge. Will these markets invest in the infrastructure needed to support EVs, or will affordability alone be enough to drive adoption? What do you think? Could Toyota's EVs spark an EV revolution in the developing world? We've mentioned solid-state batteries a few times, but let's dive deeper into why they're such a big deal. Unlike traditional lithium-ion batteries, solid-state batteries use a solid electrolyte, which makes them safer, more efficient, and longer labor. Toyota has been a leader in developing this technology, and they claim their solid-state batteries could offer faster charging and greater range while reducing the risk of overheating. But here's the million-dollar question: when will solid-state batteries become mainstream? Some experts say we're still a few years away, but Toyota's new EV might give us a sneak peek at what's coming. Would you wait for a car with solid-state batteries, or are today's EVs good enough for you? Let me know. So far, Toyota has been relatively quiet about their $13,000 EV, but that's likely to change soon. When they do launch, how will they market it? Will they focus on price, sustainability, or their reputation for reliability? Toyota has a chance to set the narrative for affordable EVs. They could position this car as the perfect entry-level EV for young drivers, a budget-friendly family car, or even a green alternative for urban commuters. What do you think their best approach would be? And more importantly, how would you market an EV like this? I'd love to hear your creative ideas in the comments. Toyota's $13,000 EV isn't just a car. It's a catalyst, a tipping point in the global EV race. Affordable, reliable, and widely accessible EVs could mark the beginning of the end for gas-powered vehicles. Imagine a future where cities are quieter, air is cleaner, and transportation is powered entirely by renewable energy. This car is a step in that direction, but only if the industry, governments, and we as consumers make it happen. So, let's end with a big question. What do you think the world will look like when EVs are the norm?